Hey, how we doing there, everyone? Welcome back. So today I've got for you a late night / early morning reaction video for you. It's 20 past 3 in the morning, and well, the reason why I'm doing it this late is because I've got to get some videos recorded before next week, because I'm traveling to Spain to visit family that I haven't seen in 10 years and to bury my late grandmother's ashes. So today we're going to be checking out a video from Chaos Riders, and it's entitled Biker's Worst Nightmare. Well, I tell you what, I do actually love the thumbnail for this one. It's when you think you're fast, then this happens. So let's see how we do, shall we?
This biker was just waiting at the light when this car came a little too close for comfort.
Wow, seriously?
Okay, I'm just going to replay that one. So, a car coming from the opposite direction got really close to them. Oh, okay, right. They what, they overtook, did they? Yeah, they were in totally the wrong lane. They went from here all the way across in front of the bikers. Yeah, okay.
Wow, seriously?
Yeah. Drivers be crazy out there. Wow, well done.
Bro, goddamn, holy shit.
Let's see that again. Yeah, so you can see the truck already in between the trees. I mean, is he slowing down yet? It looks like he might be just about to get his hands on the brakes. Ah, now. Now is when he puts his hands on the brakes. Now, who knows how quick he's going? This clip is actually quite pixelated, so I can't really tell. But he does alright. He does well enough that he's able to slow down and get around the truck. But, I mean, the truck did stop in the end as well, so what do we think? Could he have slowed down enough to stop himself if the truck had totally just come out in front of him? Ooh, skid, 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 skid. I don't think so. I don't think so. You could hear the you could hear the rear wheel skidding. Yeah.
Oh, goddamn, holy shit.
That's why in those situations, always make sure that you have enough room to either stop or you always have an escape path. What was that? Just chewing gum dropped on the floor. Yeah, always make sure that you've got an escape path, and as soon as you see that something like that could be getting in your way and potentially blocking off an escape path that you've got, then you got to start slowing down. You got to be preparing for the absolute worst. And I don't know, I mean, I spotted it before the rider started slowing down, so nice bike though. It looks like it's a CBR 600RR, same one that we used to have.
Oh my god.
Now this rider must have some good eyes. Would you have noticed this in time?
They're driving on the wrong side of the road. I mean, it's a bit annoying because the text down here is kind of a little bit distracting, but look dead ahead.
Must have some good eyes. Would you have noticed this in time?
So it looks like they're coming out from a junction over here somewhere, and they haven't found the right side of the road. Well, the correct side of the road, should I say. Oh, you're reversing! Okay, right, this is why you should be sticking to lane 3. Because if you were in lane 3, if this rider was in lane 3... Well, having said that, this is a bicycle, isn't it? Ah, yeah, that's true. It's a bike. Again, I don't think it really matters. Try and make yourself more visible here. I mean, the driver is... Well, I'm trying to think which mirror they might be looking through, but that's the thing. If you're in lane 3, on a motorcycle at least, then you're giving yourself a lot more visibility rather than being in lane 1. And this is a big problem actually with cyclists here in the UK getting past buses, because it's actually a blind spot for buses. And even though this is a truck, this, whatever it is that they're carrying, could be blocking their mirror a little bit.
Wow. I lost my rear brake.
Yeah, he hasn't got a clue. He
I
just
lost my
keeps
front
on
brake.
going. Oh, he lost his front
that
brake
guy almost killed
entirely.
me.
Wow, wait, okay. I'll be careful. Oh, I've seen this one. Yeah, the cyclist's gonna come straight out. Yeah, we saw this one recently on another.
Now this ended up
video.
being 100% the bicyclist's fault. The biker did stop to check on him, and thankfully he was okay.
Yeah, we've seen
Always
this one
keep
before.
your eyes open. The biker had the right of way, but that does not mean that the car's not gonna cut you off.
Yeah, it's. Oh wow. Why did he do that? Why the hell did he do it? Did you see that? The rider knew that the driver was coming out. Okay, yeah, they had right of way, but they should have had more than enough time to slow down,
that
right?
does not mean that the car's not gonna cut you off.
See, right here, right, it would have been slowing down, and they didn't. What the hell?
Oh my god!
Yeah, ouch. His shoe came off as well.
Oh god!
I wonder what his injuries were there. Yeah, because I mean, it didn't look so bad. It was a bit of a bump, and it looked like kind of fell that direction. But who knows what speed he was doing? But let's have a look at that again here. Just one last time. See, at this point here, he could have been slowing down, but for whatever reason, he wasn't. Again, time to slow down right here. Could be slowing down right here, or even moving over into the other lane. I don't quite understand why this rider doesn't seem to be anticipating all that much about what's going on. So, one, they didn't anticipate that the driver was going to come out, even though they had the right of way. And two, at this point, the rider should be, well, they should already have the idea that this driver's committed. And that's the thing, when a driver is committed, I mean, it doesn't matter if they have right of way or not. It's then down to the rider to make corrective action at that point. Don't just continue going on the same course and expect to get the result you want. Yeah, you always have to ride. Well, this is where I kind of mentioned assertively, but some people would refer to this as defensively. But for me, it has the wrong connotations, riding defensively. But if you're riding assertively, then you're always putting yourself in the right position on the road. You're always looking to put yourself in the right position on the road, depending on what's going on around you. You know, you're putting yourself in a dominant position on the road. But yeah. Oh, okay, so the bike actually tipped in towards the car. It looked like the bike might have actually landed on him, because that is the bike right there. Damn. Yeah, man, that must have hurt.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's got to have hurt. You wouldn't be reacting like this if it didn't hurt, man.
Oh god!
Yeah,
This rider
that's
never
rough,
noticed
man.
that the car was completely stopped until it was way too late.
Sorry, I was adjusting the volume of the video. Yeah, just did not see that coming at all, man. Did he? Just not looking
This
in front of
rider
him.
never
Just
noticed
look,
that the car was
brakes on, brakes
completely
on, brakes
stopped
on. What you
until
doing? What you
way too
doing?
late.
Just daydreaming. Just absolute daydreaming. Have you guys noticed this guy on the floor though? I wonder if that's why the driver was slowing down. So there's two signs that something was off here for the rider that they didn't pick up on. One, of course, was the brake lights of the car in front. But secondly, was this dude just, I don't know, drunk? Or, well, it looks like he might have a cane there or a walking stick. So might have just fallen over, maybe crossing the road or something like that. But yeah, just, what was this guy doing? Always concentrate on what's going on in front of you. It's so easy to have a driver's mentality when you're on a motorcycle, where you're just cruising around and you're not really thinking about what's going on. You're distracted, you're thinking about your day at work, or you're thinking about what you've got to do that day or something. you know, rather than actually focusing on the ride. Whenever you're riding a motorcycle, focus on that. Alright, 100% of your attention should be on that at all times. Because otherwise this kind of stuff happens and it's totally avoidable, you know? Yeah, this guy must be feeling pretty silly right about now. Yeah, turning in. Yeah.
What a fucking wanker!
Proper London accent there. Alright, don't talk to him. Don't talk to him. At this point, don't. Right, they made a mistake, alright, you've honked your horn, they know that you're there. Don't confront them, you don't know who's in the car. Right, they could have some kind of weaponry or something like that. Alright, you've honked your horn. At this point, don't stop, just keep on riding. Yeah, they made a mistake. Simple as that. They didn't look in their mirror before they turned in. Alright? And that's the end of it. Yeah, they should know that. Okay, after you honking the horn, they should know that.
What are you doing?
Because the problem is, like, this kind of stuff doesn't actually help the situation. They won't listen to you, right? You end up being confrontational and all that stuff, and I'm the same. You know, you feel like you've got to give this person a good telling to, and they just won't listen to you. It's like trying to tell your kids to do something, they'll do the exact opposite. You know, this person won't. Well, more often than not, drivers get very, very defensive, and in their eyes, they did nothing wrong. All right, so it doesn't matter at this point, unfortunately.
No, sorry. You're not even going to say sorry. You're not even going to say sorry.
That's the thing. They didn't even know what they
You're
did.
not going to say sorry.
That's the
You're not
problem.
even going to say sorry. You fucking horrible cunt. Fucking
Yeah.
horrible cunt. You could have said sorry.
Yeah. Again, it's just pride, driver pride. They just don't want to admit that they did something wrong. I think there's a bit of an issue these days with insurance as well, and the whole thing, because if you say sorry, then you're admitting guilt, and I don't know. It's just, again, just the whole mentality of it these days is awful. Going very fast, and this is so pixelated you can't see what's going on here in this video. There's a bend. Oh no, he's come off his bike. Yeah. Oh no, god bloody hell. It was like some kind of artifacting going on here with the video, and it looked like the rider in front had come off his bike. But I bet you, right, this is what I think is going to happen right now, that something is on the opposite side of the road is going too fast, and they're going to cut in front of these riders here, or one of these riders is going too fast and they're just going to go off into the barrier. Let's see. Oh, there you go. It was always going to be one of the two things, wasn't it? They were going way too fast. That's the issue with that video, because it was so pixelated you couldn't see how far away the bend actually was. But if you have even a half decent pair of eyes, then you'd have seen that bend a mile away, and well, maybe you could have done the overtake, maybe not. But as soon as you go back into your own lane, you start slowing down, right? And I don't know, that rider for me was a little bit too hesitant to start slowing down for the bend. Yeah, that happens all the time, man. All the time.
No, boludo, casi se la repone.
Yeah.
It's not always cars you need to watch out for.
And in that previous clip as well, you've got the added issue as well that the driver is actually on your side, so you can't see them in the mirror or anything like that. But I mean, that rider must have seen something to prompt them to move, because they swerved a little bit out the way to accommodate the car that was going into his lane.
Here we have a reckless rider that almost crashed right into another biker. Well, that biker was not going to let that.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll rewind that. There you go.
It's not.
Yeah, so it's this guy on the left here. Oh, excuse me. You were looking at me. Let's watch this bit again.
Always cars you need to watch out for.
Yeah.
Here we have a reckless rider that almost crashed right into another biker. Well, that biker was not going to let that.
Yeah, Okay, so this is where you've got someone that makes a mistake, and then you've got a very aggressive rider who is escalating the situation, making it worse, right? You see all the pedestrians that are around, right? You see so much going on here, and so much could have gone wrong in that situation. Don't react like that. All right, when someone else makes a mistake, don't react like that. Just, you know, just keep going on your way. All right, diffuse the situation. If everything's good, no one's hurt, then everyone's got away with it, right? So don't indulge the situation. I know that's really difficult to do, but more often than not, that's the best thing to do. And to be fair, all right, this dude here, okay, who made the mistake to begin with on this little piddly bike, right? That's why you have to be so careful, because you don't know who you're pissing off, right? That could be someone who is just like on the edge, and they're going to do something stupid. By you doing something stupid to begin with, that could trigger a totally unreasonable response from the other person. So, you know, just, I know that bikers like to be cheeky, and I know they like to push their luck and things like that, but push it to a certain point where it shouldn't piss anyone off, right? Just do your best to not piss people off, because remember, you're really vulnerable on a bike, and we've seen it before where drivers get angry, people around get angry, and they'll just push you over because you're on a motorcycle, because they can, you know. When someone's trying to push you off your bike, it's very difficult to stop them. I'm trying to figure out what... Hang on. Because that to me looked like it was deliberate from the rider on the right hand side.
Reckless rider.
We're not going to watch the whole thing again, but...
Well, that bike is not.
So it looked like this biker here, like, pushes them off the road. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do it deliberately. Yeah, see, it just makes the whole situation worse, man. Anyway. Because it looks like the rider that's actually filming the footage is like having to go at this lot here, and yeah, they made a mistake, but come on, man. There's no excuses for doing that. Okay. This driver here hasn't seen that there's a motorcyclist behind this truck, so they're going to turn in. Yeah. But the rider anticipated that, which is exactly the right thing to do. In that situation, never assume that anyone has spotted you, right? Assume that they are going to pull out in front of you if there's, I don't know, even the slightest chance that you don't think that they've seen you. And even then, just, yeah, like I said, keep that attitude that no one sees you, ever.
Cool, dude. I got that on camera too.
Especially when you've got traffic that's turning in front of you. Where is this? Is this in the US, or is this in... God, looks like it's in... I don't know, Texas or something. It's really yellow. Wow. Let's see what he says. Finish off that sentence. Sound like he called him a dick face. But why is this cyclist like in the middle of the road to begin with, man? Oh god. Yeah, he said he's not an effing motorcycle. Hey, dick bag. That was funny. Oh look, what's gonna happen here? Yeah, I'll give you two guesses. My guess is he's gonna go riding straight off the bend here.
Pause the video right here and tell me in the comments what you think caused this crash.
Well, okay, I mean, So the narrator here of this video is asked us, what do you think caused this crash? Me? I think he was going too fast. I mean, you can see down here in the bottom it says 42-ish. Yeah, he's just going too fast. And he's okay, so there's two issues with this. He's going too fast, but also he's totally in the wrong lane position. Now, we don't actually see the transition from here to the next bend. Unfortunately, there's like a jump cut there, but he's totally in the wrong place on the road. He should be leaning over more, and also he should have the brake on a little bit. Even at this lean angle here, you could have the brakes on and still be turning the bike over. But they're not. They're too afraid to have the brakes on as they're in the bend. It is possible to. Right, it's always kind of best practice to brake as much as you need to before you get into the bend, because then you've got less to worry about. Yeah, if you're trying to trail brake, use your front brake and turn the bike in at the same time, sometimes it can get a little bit too confusing, and your natural reaction, and mine as well, is to stand the bike up. And I mean, this is where the rider is doing this right now. He's standing the bike up to try and slow themselves down. But when you are braking, you can continue braking into the bend. Yeah, so the difficulty comes when you're in the bend and you're off the brakes and then you put on the front brake. But if you're already on the brakes as you're going into the bend, you can keep the brakes applied and you can slow yourself down even more whilst you're in the middle of the bend. Yeah, this applies to the front brakes and rear brakes as well. Alright, so just keep that in mind. If you think you might overshoot a bend, keep those brakes on until you have hit the apex of the bend and you can see the exit, and then after that, then you should be good to go. But yeah,
Pause the video right here and tell me in the comments what you think caused this crash.
that's my best guess anyway.
Alright, so it was actually a brand new rider here riding the tail of the dragon for the very first time. He got distracted, looked down instead of where he was supposed to be going, and that was all it took. Luckily, he's okay and he's able to learn from his mistake.
Yeah, there's something to be said about. Oh, there's bloody music in this one. I'm gonna have to take that off. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, there is something to be said about. I mean, well, they said he got distracted, but you can't really tell. But also, yeah, look the direction you want to go rather than. If you're looking at the side of the road, then a lot of the times that's the direction you're going to go. Look in the direction you want to be in. Yeah, the direction you want to go, and a lot of the time your body will do the work for you naturally. Right, let's just see if there's any music. No, okay, we're good. Oh, rear-ended, yeah. Okay, so from here, this is why we try and put ourselves in a more dominant lane position here. Now, you could be in lane 1 for this, alright, so closest to the pavement, the sidewalk, but you could also pick lane 3, which is closest to the middle of the road. Alright, now, both have their pros and cons. Being in lane 1, you have a less dominant position on the road, but you have more space. Being in lane 3, you're in a more dominant position on the road, so again, you should hopefully avoid things like this happening. But if there's traffic that is turning in towards you and they cut that corner a little bit, well, you are closer to the traffic, the oncoming traffic. All right, so there's pros and cons to both. My rule of thumb is lane 3 every time. I don't know, for me it's just always it's just always been better for me. I prefer to have that dominant position on the road. Again, we're talking about that assertive riding behavior. But at least it was just the tyre. Just the tyre. Yeah. They're all right. It just the tyre. We're good. We're good. But yeah, that kind of thing can happen all the time. That's why it's really important that if you are one of those riders that is assertive, try and get into the right position on the road for filtering, and then that same habit should get you moving into that dominant position if there is no traffic and you're not filtering at all. Go around the roundabout. This truck's going to pull out. Yep. Yep.
Getting you right now.
Now this looks like it's in the United States, and I don't see many roundabouts in the United States, so this is interesting. Kind of makes me wonder whether or not drivers in the US actually know how roundabouts work, seeing as you don't really see them all that much. Yeah, gotta watch out for that all the time. Yeah, you're gonna get squashed. Oh no! See, again, my instinct there was that this bus is going to start squishing you. I don't know why, for whatever reason, because we can't actually see if there's some kind of obstacle or something in front of this bus. But at this point here, you can already see that the bus is moving in to your lane, so start slowing down. But I bet you that the rider was concentrating on this driver here, the one that's in front looking to turn in. You got to have your eyes everywhere, man. And he was stuck. There's nothing the rider could have done, and yeah, the bus
Riders
just...
tried to get past the bus, but just did not make it in time. Thankfully, the biker is okay, but the driver of the bus never even noticed.
No, they wouldn't have a clue. Same with lorries as well. They if they hit something, they haven't got a clue.
Puede ser. Puede ser. Puede ser la concha de tu madre. It's over in my lane earlier too. I got plastic just about ready to come off his car.
Did you hear that? So there's a little bit of plastic that's looking like it's going to come off the car at any moment.
Over the road. Yeah, pray for that. Look at that.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Oh
they're
my God.
gonna panic, try and get back on the road again. Oh Jesus Christ. Honestly. Yeah, get away from that driver. Wow, look at the car. They've got to be drunk, man. They've got to be so drunk. No one makes mistakes like that. Yeah, you can see where this is going, can't you? Again, like we were kind of mentioning earlier, doesn't matter if you have right of way. Be aware that right of way might not be given to you. So at this point, you should be making corrective action. Whether I would try stopping if I could, but this is an impossible situation. Even if you get the brakes on right now, there's no guarantee you are going to stop in time. So let's see what happens. Yeah, he tried. Tried stopping. Impossible. So the whole anticipation of it was too late, unfortunately. But what are you gonna do, man? That driver didn't even look like they were moving until you were already halfway through the crossroads. Yeah.
What? Shit.
Yeah, that's rough, man.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay?
Yeah, everything's all good, yeah.
Everything?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm all good,
That's not your cue then.
No.
Alright.
Oh my goodness.
Shit.
Man, how? There's nothing you can do in that situation. That's just so unlucky. Yeah, so driver's going to cut across around the roundabout, yeah. I've seen that so much, man. And they're still going. They're still turning around. Yeah, they're in totally the wrong lane, man. Happens so often. This guy's leading the group. He looked like he was trying to keep up. Oh dear. He's gonna crash into the biker, isn't he? Oh, okay. Again, it's so pixelated, you can't see anything here. Okay, so yeah, they just came off the road. You can't see anything in this clip. I'd be pissed off too, bud. Just going too quick, and it's a swamp as well. Man, it's the biggest issue with riding in groups. It's really important that the person who's leading the group takes it easy. You know, they don't have to go fast everywhere, but it's right, for my mind, this is the lead rider's fault. all right, in my opinion, because they were going too fast and they were just expecting that everyone else behind them was going to be able to keep up. No, right? When there are certain areas where you get to have a little bit of fun, go for it. But not all the time, everywhere, right? Remember, you're riding as a group, you're going to try and stick together. That's the whole point of riding in a group, yeah? But this happens so often,
Are you good,
man.
man?
And that's another reason why you gotta ride at your own speed.
Yeah, but see, it's, right. So the narrator is saying this is why you've got to ride at your own speed, ride your own ride. That's bollocks, because it always happens. You don't want to be left behind. So it's not actually the rider who rides their own ride. It's actually the leader of the group who has to set the pace for everybody else. That's how it should be. And you should have ground rules as well, like no overtaking each other, what the signs are, you know, to communicate with each other if something's going on. If you're looking to make a turn or something like that, an unexpected turn, you should always have the route planned beforehand anyway. Well, I don't know. You don't have to have the route planned, but at least if you should know the destination, right? So at least if someone gets lost, then they know where they need to go if they lose the group. So no, this is all down to the lead rider, in my opinion, because this is just goading your mates to do stupid things. I hate it. I hate this kind of behavior.
This rider was trying to keep up with the rider in front of him, and he was going way too fast to make that turn. He landed in some grass and water, and he ended up being just fine.
Yeah.
At least you're not hot anymore.
For real? Mother.
This guy's belting it. Well, fair play, made that bend. Pretty good. So a higher booster he's on? Looks like it might be a booster. Maybe not actually. Yeah, and we can't see it from the rider's perspective, but... Oh, we can in the top corner here. Sorry, I wasn't looking at that. This... Right, that guy was being stupid. That guy was being stupid, man. Again, just overtaking like there's no tomorrow. And okay, it does. You might have all the skill in the world. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's responsible to use it in that way. But yeah, man. Anyway, I mean these kinds of clips, I'm giving you my best guess with what's going on in the clips and my best advice. So, because this stuff happens all the time, you'd be surprised at how consistent the same mistakes are being made all the time. By drivers, by the riders themselves. They're constantly the same kind of mistakes. So as long as you can anticipate these kinds of mistakes when you're out riding yourself, and there are lots of things you can do preemptively to stop these mistakes from happening, then you'll be alright. Yeah, you'll be absolutely fine. Just ride within your means, within your limits, and reserve the more dangerous aspects of riding for one, roads that you're really familiar with, and two, ideally straight lines. Yeah, straight lines very rarely go wrong unless there's something else that happens that's outside of your control, but a lot of these issues happen on bends, going too fast on bends, not anticipating things around bends. You know, a lot of things can go wrong on bends. The roads aren't a racetrack. Yeah, as much as we want them to be, just have fun in straight lines and brake as much as you need to, or more than you need to when you go around bends. It just makes your life a hell of a lot easier. Alright, but anyway everyone, I hope that this has helped you out. If I don't know, if you're new to riding, or even if you're a little bit of an experienced rider, I'm hoping that this, because again, like I said, these are the same things that happen over and over again. Alright, so you can watch these clips and learn a lot from them, and hopefully you've learned something from today's video. If you have, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Leave a like. Let's see if we can make a little like goal. Let's make it like 50. Alright, let's see if we can get 50 likes on today's video. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Leave a like, as I mentioned, get subscribed so you don't miss out on more content like this, and we will catch you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys and girls. Ride safe.